Chloe Knuckles, stop it.
To make it back to the CFP this year, the Arizona State Sun Devils taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Tar Heels ready to get this thing started and open the season. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll run it from the gun. Still on his feet at the 35. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Guys, when you think about Arizona State, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul. They really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Oh, they're after him! And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. A first down for the offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. Unloads to the right. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I just don't think the receiver finished his route. At the top of the comeback, you've got to really drive back downhill and give your quarterback a safe place to throw it. The receiver wasn't able to do it. That made it easy on the DB.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gray. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And the Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Direct snap. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation there. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Washington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Offense working from the pistol. On the move. It's Washington. There he goes. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Lopez wants to fire. Using the quick game. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Tar Heels want to crank the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is ready to give them a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Now facing a third and long. He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
Offense facing fourth down.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, going to the air. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And great job of getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He'll pull it down. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Sun Devils have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Nelson. And this will be incomplete. A big hit here for his second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. They're setting up the screen. Nice move there. Breaks into the open. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
On first and 10 from the 38. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw again. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
And the Sun Devils will snap it on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's
This offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
North Carolina, 0.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Washington.
Trevor brings it up to the 16, and North Carolina's Hogs will take over 1st and 10.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Still looking on the move. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Lopez to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Turning it on! Pass to 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet.
Oh, she was. Did you keep some from the house? Because we don't have any more white paper.
Huh?
We don't have any more white paper. Keep some for the house.
He stopped short of the
Completely different. I bought like everything we needed. My job we were cleaning because we had nothing to do. Found a bunch of green construction paper, so I donated it. It was like just a bunch of green. My job gave me some white.
There's still plenty of time. You see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now.
I gave all the green stuff.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
That's a great sign for this offense, man. Everything's been difficult so far. You've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find
No,
out. And that's
no.
what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
It'll be 3rd and long. Lopez wants to fire. The short hand, it's Johnson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Tar Heels decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time. You just overthrew that.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Kick is in the air. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Lopez to pass. Here's a heat. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. That's caught. It's Washington. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
The Tar Heels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Going for it all. Touchdown, North Carolina! They went for the big play and boy, did it ever pay off.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a two-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going on, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
On the move from inside his own flank. After a good return, gets it out to the 31. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to throw, it's Nelson. Bringing the heat. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. At the 40, there he goes.
This defense prides themselves on effort and pursuit. Quarterback there did a great job scrambling, so much so that he was able to get downfield, and it looked like it was going to be a big play, but all that pursuit from the defense and their effort getting to the ball, knocking it out, and coming away with a big turnover.
Looking to throw on first down. A shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Sun Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Carolina's offense will take over. First and 10.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Finds his man. It's Washington. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Lopez wants to fire. Pulls it in. It's French. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
And the Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Going to look downfield again. Caught close to the marker. It's Washington. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Looking to throw on first down. He rifles one deep down the middle. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
They'll run the toss.
Oh,
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got the quick pass. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
By the receiver.
Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing. And you can tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Snap it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. To the air, it's Nelson.
Oh no.
Picked off, and boy, did this D need that. At the 20. Touchdown, UNC! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 25 over Michigan State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pocket breaking down. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for every single play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And the Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Bray. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Under fire. On target. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Pickup of 10. And that's good enough for a first down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Makes the grab. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Gain of 16.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Sends it back in motion. The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. Smashes ahead. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll go with a direct snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
This one away.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it out. Wide open, it's a foot race. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. And so after the scintillating return, just don't mess it up. You've got to cash this in for a score. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Lopez to pass. Rushes on him. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision making.
Pressure coming. Touchdown, Tar Heels. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Nelson. It's complete on the right side. Still on his feet. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. Trying to punch it in. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the ground and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. That's caught. It's Washington. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
They've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Lopez wants to fire. Got his man on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's reeled in. It's Washington. At the 45 on his way. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
on 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Washington. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford to put incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got him still on his feet. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Lopez to pass. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Well, the offense did their part. They're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Tulsa is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 14 to Arkansas. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To throw, it's Nelson. Throws to the wideout. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
And the quarterback will just drop to a